Mr. Speaker, I do not insist upon my point of order.
The reservation is withdrawn. For what purpose does the gentleman from Michigan rise?
I rise to respond to the motion to recommit.
Is the gentleman opposed to the motion to recommit?
Yes, sir, I am.
The gentleman qualifies. The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, the House is not in order.
The gentleman is correct. If the gentleman will suspend. Members are asked to take their seats and to take their conversations off the House floor. The House will come to order. The gentleman from Michigan may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, here we are again at another one of these so-called motions to recommit. Approach them with great care. I strongly oppose this motion. The minority has just made it clear that they're not seeking to change the bill. They're seeking it to kill the bill. And the tactic is getting pretty old in the House of Representatives. If they wanted to vote on their proposal today, they would have used the word, doesn't everybody know it now, forthwith, as I have suggested, but they have refused under well-established House rules and precedents. Other words do not have that effect, even if they sound like they should. The minority used the word promptly, and it's no accident that they chose that word. The authors of this motion know full well the effect of choosing this word, and so do we. And that is why they chose it. They wanted to send the bill back to the graveyard, which is what will happen if this motion is adopted.
From Georgia.
I would now yield 30 seconds to the gentlelady from California, Zoe Lofgren.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would note that the motion to recommit itself leads to a nonsense sentence. United States, a state sponsor of terrorism, to Section 18. It's inexplicable nonsense, and it also guts the bill. On August 2nd, I rushed to the floor to say that we were passing a bill that was a terrible offense to the Constitution. It gutted the Fourth Amendment, and this bill does not. I urge its passage and yield back to the gentleman.
The gentleman cannot yield blocks of time, but the gentleman from Michigan does control the time. The gentleman from Michigan is recognized.
I'm proud now to yield to the distinguished chairman of the Intelligence Committee, Mr. Reyes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. This is a sham solution in search of a problem. This language is unnecessary and it would kill this bill. The bill already states that this act and the amendments made by this act shall not be construed to prohibit the intelligence community from conducting lawful surveillance that is necessary, one, to prevent Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, or any other terrorist or terrorist organization from attacking the United States. It also provides the means to protect the United States, any United States person or any ally of the United States from threats posed by weapons of mass destruction or other threats of national security. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, the answer to the ranking member's question about undocumented aliens, they all have to do is check Section 235 and 211 of the Immigration and Nationality Act. This will confer any additional rights not provided by the Constitution. I yield back to the chairman.
I thank the chairman, and I'm really moved by the sudden concern for immigration rights that the other side has begun to display, to my surprise. I yield now to the gentlelady from California, Jane Harmon.
Gentlemen, for yielding. I think this has been an interesting debate. I've sat through every minute of it. During the debate on the rule, I spoke for this bill and for the rule, and now I speak strongly against this motion to recommit. As you've already heard, it is redundant. We've inserted language in this bill that takes care of the problem. In the manager's amendment, language was added at the request of the Blue Dogs. I'm proud to be a co-chair of the Blue Dog Coalition, and that language specifically refers to terrorist organizations, and the Revolutionary Guards are one such organization. So I would like to say, for two reasons, there's no need to support this motion to recommit. One, it kills the bill by using the words promptly, and number two, it is redundant with excellent language that we added to the bill in the manager's amendment. As I've said before, this is not a zero-sum game. We don't get more security and less liberty, or more liberty and less security. We either get more of both or less of both. These amendments carefully restore, it's called the Restore Act, the balance of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which Congress wisely passed 20 years ago. Vote for this bill, against the motion to recommit, and we will restore that balance.
The gentlelady is at, the gentlelady
Gentleman's time has expired. Without objection, the previous question